We have some breaking news now. We'll have more of our special coverage of the New Hampshire primary in a moment, but there's this other breaking story we're following. All 4 federal prosecutors have now resigned from the case against Trump confidant Roger Stone. This after the Justice Department reduced their original sentencing recommendation for Stone following President Trump criticizing their recommendation. Let's bring in CNN senior justice correspondent Evan Perez. And Evan, I have never seen anything like it. This is pretty shocking.
It is shocking, Jake, and we just had a briefing with a senior Justice Department official, somebody who is supposed to be helping overseeing this issue. And they expressed surprise at the 4 resignations. They said that what the Justice Department did today was not that big of a deal. They're saying that essentially the interests of justice are served by the new memorandum that was issued, but that was filed today with the judge, which basically says that it's up to the court, that 7 to 9 years is way too harsh a sentence, something less than that. But what appears to be the case, Jake, is that behind the scenes, there was certainly a lot of wrangling going on behind the scenes between the prosecutors, some of whom have resigned, and some of the leaders here at the Justice Department. It appears that they were expecting a different type of recommendation, and they were surprised when they saw the filing made in court last night.
All right, Evan Perez, thanks so much. Let's bring in Senator Richard Blumenthal right now. He's a Democrat from Connecticut. He serves on the Senate Judiciary Committee. He was also the former Attorney General of Connecticut. Senator, thanks for joining us. You called this move from DOJ to undermine their own prosecutors, quote, absolutely abhorrent and stomach-churning. But you're in the minority in the Senate. Is there anything you can do?
Absolutely, Jake. And first of all, thanks for covering this story on a night when so much else is going on. It is the equivalent of a Saturday night massacre, and obviously timed so that it would be overlooked on the night of the New Hampshire primary. And yes, I am going to be calling. I have called for an investigation by the Office of Inspector General in the Department of Justice. I'm also going to call for hearings by Senator Graham. As the chairman of the Judiciary Committee, where I serve, he owes it to the committee to have hearings immediately. And let me just emphasize, Jake, this political interference by the President of the United States using the Attorney General as his henchman is not only an insult to the career dedicated prosecutors, but also to the jurors, ordinary Americans who served on that jury and convicted Roger Stone of 9 serious felonies. It is absolutely unprecedented in recent history.
I don't want to defend Roger Stone, but what do you say to people out there who think 7 to 9 years? I'm hearing that even from legal experts who are unsympathetic to Stone, that's a little bit on the harsh end of things. What do you say to that?
If that sentence is too harsh, the judge is the one to make that decision. That's the way our judicial system works. The prosecutors make recommendations about the seriousness of the crime, and the judge can show mercy if there are mitigating circumstances, if his age or the circumstances of the crime argue for a lesser sentence. But the President of the United States saying the crime was on the other side, meaning it was not Roger Stone, it was the Department of Justice that committed the crime, absolutely abhorrent and stomach-turning. And today, if he needed any other signal, the Attorney General got it from the President when he called that prosecution ridiculous. I have never seen anything like it. I served as U.S. Attorney in Connecticut for 4.5 years. I still have the Department of Justice seal on my wall because I have the utmost admiration for those 4 prosecutors who resigned in protest. They are profiles in courage.
All right, Senator Richard Blumenthal, Democrat of Connecticut, thank you so much. Our coverage continues. We'll be right back after this quick break.